Smart money moves in silence, but fair value gap is the flashlight that exposes their footprints. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you all guys are doing great. So, in previous video, we talked about the basic definition of premium arrays and discount arrays. Now, we're starting new series where we are going to break down each array a little bit more one by one, and in this series, I will not only explain its array but also explain you how to mark premium and discount arrays correctly in your charts. So, in this first educational video of this series, we are going to talk about fair value gaps. But before that, let me revise the few information that we need to know before understanding fair value gap perfectly. So, let's start with the information number one, and that is not everyone trades with same money. Some use few $1,000s to trade and some use billions of dollars to trade. So now let's break down the types of traders based on how much capital they have. First, we have retail traders, and these are the individuals trading with a capital from $1,000 to $500,000, and most of the time they are self-funded and trading from their own personal accounts. And number two, we have small funds and prop firms, and these are the individuals trading with the capital from $500,000 to around $5 million, and these traders often manage other people's money or use prop firm capital. And number three, we have mid-size institutions, and these are the individuals trading with a capital from $5 million to around $1 billion, and these traders are regional banks and hedge fund managers, and they are big enough to make a noticeable impact on the market. And on number four, we have large institutions, and these are the individuals trading with a capital from 100 million to around $1 billion, and these traders are investment banks and large-scale hedge fund managers, and their trades are planned, strategic, and deeply impactful. And in number five, we have central banks and mega players. These are the traders trading with a capital from $1 billion to around $1 trillion, and these traders are the true giants of the market. And don't forget, they can influence the entire economy and global financial trends. Now we understood there are many individuals with different capital size are trading in the market that you and me is trading. So when such players enter in the market aggressively, as a byproduct, fair value gap is formed. The term aggressively means entering in the market by using market execution order, and don't forget there is no chance of FVG creation if everyone uses limits order only. Market execution order and aggressiveness is mandatory for the FVG creation. So till now we understood the basics of how the fair value gap is formed actually. Technically, fair value gap is three candle pattern where the first candle is not that much relevant to us. The second candle of fair value gap should be the expansion candle, and lastly, the third candle should not trade the first candle high in a bullish scenario. And in bearish scenario as well, the first candle is not that much relevant to us. The second candle of fair value gap should be the expansion one, and lastly, the third candle should not trade the first candle low. Till now, we understood that technically fair value gap is three candle pattern where the first candle can be the up candle, down candle, consolidation candle, or expansion candle. We simply don't care the first candle, but the second candle must be the expansion candle, and the third candle should not trade the first candle high in order to form bullish fair value gap, and the third candle should not trade the first candle low in order to form bearish fair value gap. So now let's talk about the marking of fair value gap correctly. For bullish fair value gap, we mark it from first candle high to third candle low like this. And for bearish fair value gap, we mark it from first candle low to third candle high like this. Now let's move on to the second information, and that is, let's say if this candle is from 5-minute time frame, then we need to understand that 5-minute candle is formed based on the price and volume data of that 5-minute time frame. Likewise, let's say if this candle is from 1-minute time frame, then we need to understand that 1-minute candle is formed based on the price and volume data of that 1-minute time frame. And let's say if this candle is from 1-month time frame, then we need to understand that the candle of 1 month is formed based on the price and volume data of that entire month. So now let's say if we are currently choosing 5-minute time frame among many time frames, so its candle here is formed based on 5 minutes interval. Let's say this candle is closed at price $100 in the first 5 minutes, and price suddenly jumps to $104 during the period of next 5 minutes due to lack of buyers and sellers in between $101, $102, and $103. And if price never traded the $100 again for the next 5 minutes, then fair value gap will formed on 5-minute time frame graph. But if price traded at $100 after 1 hour, then there will be fair value gap on 5-minute time frame, but there will be no gap on 1 hour time frame because every price level is traded during that 1 hour. So the summary is, when a 3-candle pattern fair value gap is formed on 5-minute time frame, then it means during that 15-minute time frame, price moved aggressively without trading certain price levels, and price never came back to fill them during that 15 minutes. And don't forget, every type of traders from retailers to central banks have a power to create fair value gap on lower time frame like 1 minute and 5 minutes. Likewise, monthly fair value gap is simply the aggregate of multiple lower time frame fair value gaps that occurred during that month. And weekly fair value gap is simply the aggregate of multiple lower time frame fair value gaps that occurred throughout the week. Likewise, daily fair value gap is simply the aggregate of multiple lower time frame fair value gaps that formed during that day. And 4-hour fair value gap is simply the aggregate of multiple lower time frame fair value gaps that played out within that 4-hour period of time. And always remember, retail traders don't have power to create fair value gap on monthly time frame because monthly fair value gap is formed based on the data of price and volume of monthly time frame, and retailers don't have enough capital to influence the market consistently throughout an entire month because their orders get absorbed quickly. So they cannot create fair value gap on monthly time frame chart, but they have a power to create fair value gap on lower time frame. And big players handle a lot of money, so they can't buy or sell everything at one price because there is not enough opposing orders. And if they rush by using market execution order, it pushes price quickly and becomes more expensive for them. And to avoid that, they break their orders into smaller parts and trade over time. This creates fair value gap on higher time frame because higher time frame fair value gap is formed based on data of price and volume of lower time frame. So think it like this. A heavy truck driver driving over a soft mud, even it moves quietly, it still leaves deep tire marks. Where heavy truck driver means big players, soft mud is graph that we see. Moves quietly means buying orders at chunks over time. Deep tire marks means fair value gap that we see. So lastly, the conclusion of this video is, don't forget, there is high chance of retailer's noise if we just focus on lower time frame fair value gaps, and if we focus on high time frame fair value gaps, then there is high chance that can be a smart money signature. So If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts or questions and subscribe for more clear and practical price action guide. And thanks for watching.